Welcome back. Today's edition for Algebra 1, we are solving quadratic equations from standard form. So here we go. Now we're going to look at the whole thing. We're not going to ignore zeros. So we're going to do the whole thing. First thing we need to do is check GCF. GCF of 2, 9, 4. GCF is 1. So I just go straight to my box. I've got 2x squared in the first box, plus 4 in the last box. 2 times 4 is 8. So then I put 8 and divide it by x. Turn it to a table. So x, 8 divided by x. And then 8 divided by x plus x in the next column. 8 divided by x plus x. And now we're looking for our middle term. We're trying to find this here 9 right here. Looking for the 9. And whatever goes with 9, we will write here and we will put in our box with the letter x. So, what is 9 go with? Here's 9. What number is that? 9 goes with 1 and 8. So 1 and 8. So 1x, 8x. Okay? Now you could essentially just do, if you're not sure, because some of us are still getting confused on how to do the GCF of things, so just do the GCF of 2 and 8. What is the GCF of 2 and 8? Well, let's check. If you still don't know, this is 2, so that means where this is right here, I'm going to put 2, and they both have x. All right, so then that means 2x times x is going to give me 2x squared. All right, you could do GCF here, 8 and 4. Maybe you just get rid of this, 4, and it'll tell you that this direction is 4. And then here I've got 1 and 4. Well, you can just do 1 and 4 if you need to. And that tells you 1. So that's plus, because everything up here is plus, everything in here is plus, everything there is plus. So what happens now? Well, this now becomes 2x plus 1 and x plus 4, and it equals 0. Now here's the thing. If I take two things, in other words, this and multiply it with this, right? Two things, and it equals 0, that means one of these things has to equal 0. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to set both of them equal to 0. Set both of them equal to 0. And then we solve them. We subtract 1 from this. That cancels. And we bring down our 2x. And then we have 0 minus 1. That's going to be negative 1. And then we are going to divide this by 2. And this will tell us that x is equal to negative 1/2. So that's one answer. The other answer, if I do the opposite over here, in other words, I subtract 4 on both sides. Well, now my coefficient is just 1, so now I have x by itself, and 0 minus 4 is negative 4. So my solution, or my solution set, if I want to write it as a solution set, we will write negative 1/2 and negative 4. Okay, so the only other thing that I didn't really emphasize earlier, and we probably should have said this is what we call factored form. This is factored form right here, this piece. So we have our normal quadratic up here, our factored form, and then we have our solution. How do I know if any of this is right? Haha, let me show you, because now we can put it all together. So we have 2x squared plus 9x plus 4. Now, all we'd have to do is just check to see where does it cross the x-axis. Look at that, -4. Look at that, -0.5, which is the same thing as -1/2. Okay? Well, what about factored form? What about factored form? If it's the same, then that should also be equal. In other words, I should have one line sitting on top of the other. This is equivalent to this because this is the factors to the quadratic equation. All right, let's do one more problem. So again, 3, -2, -5, the GCF. Oh, that's just 1. So we're going to go straight to our box. We're going to put 3k squared in this box, -5 in that box, and then 3 times -5, -15. So then I'm going to take -15 divided by x, -15 divided by, turn it to a table, -15 divided by x plus x. Again, we are looking for our b term, our -2 term. And whatever goes with -2 is what we're going to put in the box. So what goes with -2? I don't see -2. So let's hit enter, 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 enter. Let's go over here, see if we see a -2 yet. Ah, there's a -2. It goes with 3 and -5. So we're going to put a 3 and a -5. We're going to put a 3 with a K and a -5 with a K. All right. So GCF, oh, 3 and 3, that's a 3K. 5 and 3, they're not divisible by anything other than 1. -5 and -5, they both have a common -5 about them. And then 3K and -5, the only thing common about them is 1. And I think it's going to be a +1 to make this positive 3K, -5, and 1 is -5. Okay, so factored form. Factored form. 3K minus 5 and K plus 1 equals 0. Then what do I do? Oh, draw a little squiggly. Set both of them equal to 0 separately. And solve them both. Oh, add 5 here. Bring down my 3K. 0 plus 5. 5. Oh, subtract 1 over here. That cancels. Bring down my K. K equals -1. This one's done. However, this one's not. I still have a 3. So I need to divide by 3. And K is equal to 5 over 3. And so if I write this as a solution set, we will write 5 over 3 and -1. And if we wanted to check it, we can always check it by just typing in the quadratic factored form. Check to see if the solution set is there. 3x squared minus 2x minus 5. There's one of them at -1, and the other one that looks poopy. But if you do 5 divided by 3, you'll see that poopy number right there. There you go. All right, thanks for watching, guys. We'll check you next time.